usually do running in.
Now that dress, it's not doing you any favors. For sure.
Hey, what sounds you got up in there, dog? Shut the fuck up.
Yo, little man, you ain't know your pop suck dick
He's
this
good at it, too. Now, you want to grow to be like that punk ass. Come on! That's a nice watch, man. How old are you, man?
Get your punk ass out of
Tell your
here.
mom I said, what's up? Yeah,
Yo,
get
little
the
man,
fuck off my
holla
street.
at me. I'll show you how to be a G.
Hey, yo, thanks for the iPod, man.
You don't cut hair either, Negro. Like, Billy, what do you do up in here, bruh?
I sweep hair, Shamik. I also mop, I wash the towels, and I make sure that plate glass window stays spotless. It's called work. Something you would never understand.
Slam magazine. Coaches used to live up in this piece, son. Kevin Ollie got his shape up right there from Pops.
What's the deal? It's your boy, I meant what he said. You know where I'm at, you know what it is. Powers Industry, home of new music and entertainment. And I'm in the building right now with a phenomenal talent. This dude is incredible. He's a New York product. I'm proud to say he's one of my good friends. We've developed a friendship over the years, and he is definitely coming up in the game. You know, I want to give it up for my man JERMEL Howard for stepping in the building.
Brother. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
It's nothing, man. This is a pleasure for me because we normally just kick it on other levels, you know, on that hangout. So, you know, getting to talk to you around the people, you know, just puts me in a different perspective with you. So let's just jump in with some of the things you've already done. I would say, you know, you've done Luke Cage. Let's talk about, because being part of a Marvel, because that's Marvel, right?
Yeah,
Luke Cage
that's
is
Marvel,
Marvel,
yeah.
black superhero. You were affiliated with that in the sense that you played a role on there. Like, how did that come up? I know you people always ask you, yo, Luke Cage.
Yeah.
But like, you know, tell me something that you haven't told anybody else about the Luke Cage experience.
Yes.
Because I know the checks are getting bigger.
Oh,
now that you're on
yeah.
Marvel.
Now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, you know what's crazy? I'm a firm believer in bringing things into existence. Like, you actually, like, I write a lot of stuff down and things that I want, and when I meditate on those things and manifest things. So I've been writing down, I want to be in a Marvel movie, you know, for the last month, like a month before I got the call.
That's what's up.
You know, and I'm, you know, I'm writing, I want to be in a Marvel movie, and I'm meditating on it, and I got a call for a part. But the audition said Tiara, so I didn't know that was Marvel. Like, they were hiding the name so that nobody would know. So it was like Tiara. I'm like, what kind of show is Tiara? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh, that was the name of the show.
yeah, like they so
Okay.
they hid the name so that nobody would know.
Okay.
So, you know, so then when I booked it, they was like, you know, I got the call saying, yo, you booked the role. And when I booked it, they was like, the show is Luke Cage, it's Marvel's Luke Cage. I was like, what?
Now, is that traditional, like, in your experience in going for movies and stuff and not knowing the name? Because I'm pretty sure you get scripts and they don't have the name applied to it, I guess, for marketing purposes, right?
Yeah.
And they kind of don't want to leak. Is that traditional?
Some films, you know, some films is like that. It depends on the brand. Like, Marvel is a big brand, and obviously their storyline is important, you know, and so they try to hold the story. They don't want no leaks and no breaks out in different stories, because they like to link a lot of things together.
Okay.
As soon as you leak one thing, then everybody knows it, and nobody's excited about, you know, seeing
And there
it.
is a leak I want to talk about since
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, you know, I got to ask you, you know.
Yeah.
But we're not going to touch on that just yet.
Yeah,
you know.
Absolutely.
But okay, so the leak, so I get it.
So that, you know, and doing that, they like to hide that, you know, they hide the name so that if anything leaks, nobody thinks, okay, that's a Marvel that we got all the, and, you know, Tiara leaked. They like, all right,
You're like, what
everybody's
is
checking
Tiara?
for Tiara, you know. So, but later on they reveal everything, and you know. But I booked the role, man. It was huge for me because I was such a big Marvel fan. So coming from being a Marvel fan and knowing all the Marvel characters as a kid to especially this one, he was one of the first black superheroes of Marvel. So it was a real important role. It wasn't just like, this is another Marvel. This is the first time they actually did anything with a black superhero and gave him his own movie or show. And now you got Black Panther following, you know. So it was a big thing for you know, for Marvel to step there.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for people of color.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
to
absolutely.
especially our young men of color to be able to identify with somebody as a superhero. Because
Absolutely.
growing up, I don't remember no black dude. I mean, I know he was, but I never remembered Luke Cage. Everything was like Superman, Batman.
That's
and,
it. That's
you
the
know,
ones
it was the traditional,
push.
you know,
Yeah.
Justice League and all that. I was a little kid, so I don't really recall that. But I remember now that I get older, I'm hearing, you know, the infusion of the cultural perspective. So that's dope. That's what's up. And I like the fact that he's out of Harlem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I told you I'm a Harlem dude with a Brooklyn bounce, Polo Browns,
Yeah.
Brooklyn Marcy. You know what it is, man. You know what I mean?
And since you're in the habit of, you know, shouting out everything, let me just shout out Strong Island, let y'all know.
That's
what
right,
it
Buck
is.
Wild and Long Island.
You
know what I
already
mean?
know. So yeah, man. So they it was crazy because, you know, the part I play Shamik in there, I got to really touch a few different types of characters in one. You know, they let me, you know, be a little comical because I was in the barbershop snapping on them and all that.
Yeah, I remember. I watched the whole series,
So,
and you was
yeah,
in there. You
yeah.
had jokes. I remember he stepped to you.
Yeah. They was like, hold up, but he is a superhero.
Yeah,
Let me just chill.
I hear you, know.
So he
Guys,
kind of
make sure don't step to my man in the street. What you saw on screen is totally different.
That
in
was
person.
definitely on
You know what I mean?
screen work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't backing down.
I remember when Ludacris, you know, not to jump, but I remember Ludacris got his ass beat by Terrence Howard and what was that?
Get
What was
out
that
of
movie?
here.
Nah, it was in the movie. It was Hustle.
Oh, Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow. He whooped his ass.
he
And
whooped
I
his
know. There's no way that he didn't feel no way about that.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
He's like, yo, listen, man, coming out, especially he's from the ATL.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know that nigga whooped your ass.
He
right?
whooped your ass, and then he was like, "Hey, skinny man, hey, please tell me you dropped that tape and told man." That was a funny boy, and you know Terrence might be related to me. It's crazy. I got a crazy Terrence story, and
well, he is my fraternity brother. He's a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. So
Okay,
I
that's
always
dope.
make that known out
That's
there.
dope.
And he's a good dude. I had a chance to meet him. He's a really good guy.
Okay, I had a situation. Now, I did the Brave one with Jodie Foster. Yeah, and Terrence Howard.
That was like your first.
That was my first movie.
Your first role, right?
Yeah,
I was
that was
gonna
my
ask
first
you about
movie.
that. You had a small role in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was so happy when I started seeing you do other things that were more than that. Because traditionally you get those kind of roles. And we need to talk about this whole Black Hollywood thing too.
Yeah.
But that's going to be another situation. So yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean
I did the Brave one, and it's a scene they cut out. They had me like in a body bag. Like after Jodie Foster killed me, they had me like in a body bag, and Terrence just was like, yo, I would never let them, you know, put me into this and that, and it just kind of threw me. I was like, come on, man. Like this is my first thing I ever did. Like I'm pretty sure you ain't have that much of a choice. The first thing you ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when you on set with somebody, you should never, you know, you should never kind of degrade a little bit, I want to say, because I felt like, damn, shit.
That's right, because he played the lead detective.
Right.
In that,
yeah.
See, I'm a movie buff. You can't never catch me.
Oh
I watch.
yeah. Me
You know what I
too.
mean?
I like the little simple things, the little things people don't watch. But yeah, you can't. You know, you on set with somebody when you're working with somebody. You should. Or like when I work with Cuba, every 2 minutes, Cuba was like, "Yo, listen, bro, you doing a good job." You know what I'm saying? Like Cuba is like, he's like reassuring you, like letting you know, like you're doing something, you're doing good. We need you here. It don't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, and I learned that because now when I'm on the set, it don't matter if they extras or whatever. I'm like, yo, y'all doing a good job, man. Like if they doing it, you gotta give it up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how good energy turns around. People talk. You know, the brother showed me some love, and it wasn't like, you know.
And that's how it should be. The camera people, the people that get the sandwiches.
Absolutely.
Everybody had to get to that point. It's not even a job. No, when you on set, what I realize is those jobs, they don't just pass them out to everybody.
Oh, hell no.
You have to go through a process, get selected.
Absolutely.
So people think that even the kid that's in the basketball game that wipes down the thing, there's tons and lines of people that actually
lines of people, and he got selected. So, you know, everybody's is grinding to get to a spot, you know, and they made it. They made it to the spot that they were reaching for. So, gotta give it up to people, man. When it's due. You know?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you also did Orange is the New Black.
Yes. Yes.
Just touch on that a bit.
Yeah. Orange is the New Black was dope. I played Janae Watson's boyfriend, so you know I still get cursed out on the train, and when you know they remember, oh, he was the dude that left her on it and got a lot. Yeah. You know I get cursed out for that still. and she's a sweetheart too, you know. But it was dope, man. Working with her, she was just learning, you know, how to act. That was like her first thing. So she kept, you know, asking me, yo, should I try to get an agent now? Should I do this now? And I used to take her to eat and say, listen, I'm gonna tell you how to do this, and you know, I was just letting her know things that I knew. And it's dope that she's blowing up now. That she's like a main character there, and she's blowing up. So she hit me, and I was like, you still owe me breakfast or something. And she took me to lunch. She was like, I'm coming to scoop you. We're going to go to lunch. And I was like, all right, that's cool, man. That's cool. So she kept her word. She always had to pay me back. But yo,
yeah. So you've been flowing with. I mean, because those are good checks.
Yeah.
That Oranges and the Black series was the Rocket series.
Oh yeah. They picked
you know,
up.
Luke Cage. Let's talk about Tupac movie. You got no shine in there too.
Yes.
You managed. I don't know. Is it you have an agent that moves you around, or you just
no
agent? So you actually getting these roles on your own?
Yeah. Well, now I guest starred on over 13, 14 major network shows. So now, you know, a casting director. I know a lot of them. They'll just be like, yo, I think JERMEL this is for JERMEL, and they'll give me a call to do a read. Okay. And if the read fits, then you know I'll tell they'll reach out to me through my management. And if the read fits that, then it's a go.
That's what's up. So there's a lot of criticism over the Tupac movie.
Yeah, it is.
You know, some people like it. I mean, I watched it. I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, and then I hear constantly, oh, well, it wasn't a good movie because there's no way there was so much left out. And, I mean, the reality is you only have, like, I mean, even if you do a Malcolm X movie, which was, what, like 3 hours when they did that movie, you're not going to capture someone's entire life.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have a different perspective on it. The fact that naturally he's not here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna have, but I don't know if his mother. I don't know how. Was his mother involved?
Yeah, Feeny. She was one of the executive producers on board. Okay. She was.
No, but some people are executive producers in name. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying the sister was.
Yeah.
But you know, some people. I'm like, yo, it was good enough for the moms. It was good. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought it was entertaining. The kid that played on what was the movie before then? Straight Outta Compton? Yeah, it was Straight Outta Compton. Mm-hmm. He played Tupac on there, but this actor didn't do it. It was another. I thought it was gonna be him because he looked. I forgot his name. He was a cool dude. We hung out.
It was a quick clip. They showed
he was like, yo, and then he was like this. He was.
Everybody was hyped. Like,
he had the hype because like Tupac wasn't a tall dude like that.
Nah.
So I thought they were gonna go with him. I'm just saying this actor, he did his thing, you know. But I just thought that the movie, you know, from what I looked at it, I thought it was entertaining. You know? And all of the shots they fired at it, you know.
I'm gonna tell you this, my honest opinion, man. Like I play Mo Preem, his brother, and you got a lot of people around him that was they had a huge impact on his life, and they got the image of them around him. Like all of these dudes around him, you know, outlaws, you know, everybody around him was his people. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't project that. That's my only thing.
Yeah, the group Outlaw from out in Jersey.
Right. They didn't project, and they're around them, but they don't even speak. Like, you know, in a movie, like you can't have the lead in every scene of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to build the story and to make him more, like make people want to see him more, you pull him out, pull him back in. You got people around him talking. I don't think they had enough around.
That's a great point.
You know, that was my only thing with it. Aside from that, I think they captured everything. You know what I'm saying? Like everything it's just that we know the story already because you know Pop died so young, so he didn't get a chance to tap into more of his inner Malcolm X and all that because that's where he was going. You know, he didn't get a chance to reach that height, but for what it was, he hit, boom, boom. These points that he was alive, they hit it. They just needed to have the people around him interact a little bit more. They didn't have enough. His brother pulled him out a lot of stuff, and his brother was. Now that I look back and when I started studying his brother, he was always with him, man. And there's a lot of things that he kind of pulled him out of. But you know, you don't get enough of it. Like we didn't get enough of that in the movie to project that. So I think that if they would have added that a little bit in the Outlaws and gave them a little more. You know, in the movie, it probably would have.
I think they stayed away from. I think they tried to stay away from the beef with him and Biggie. I know they showed it. Yeah. They didn't really emphasize. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people wanted to understand that a little more. because you know he went through that whole transition. He was the dancer, did underground.
Yep,
We saw that, but I think that from the New York side, even the West
we
Coast
wanted
side,
a little more.
I mean, I wanted to know more about the beef.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
Like that's what people wanted to know, and I was waiting for the record hit me. You know what I mean? I hit him up.
Everybody was waiting for that one, boy.
Everybody's waiting for that.
They didn't have clearance on on some of the stuff, man.
Oh,
like, remember the song when him? Remember it wasn't even a song. Remember when him and Biggie was in this in the party?
Yeah.
And Big came out. I got 7 Mac 11s about.
Yeah.
They couldn't even use that because it was tied up in some litigation. So I think that a lot of that stuff wasn't clear, so they had to change it. It was a whole nother. They did a song, some whole nother freestyle when they was on stage.
Yeah, I remember.
It wasn't even that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was kind of whack because I was waiting for that.
It made it whack, and I heard that. I think that Puff owned the rights to it. I don't know if he didn't release it or something, but I think he owned the rights to of course the big.
I mean, that would be crazy for him not to let it rock.
Yeah, I would have let
that
go.
That was like the unity between them. So
that was the moment. That was that moment.
And I think young people in hip hop needed to see that.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Especially now, man. Especially now. They definitely need that. They need to know why the class that we're in, the era that we're in, that why we feel the way we feel about hip hop.
We come from that '90s real hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they don't get it. Like, why is this hot to you? They needed to feel a little bit of that, man. That's why I made sure that everybody I knew supported the Pac movie. Even if I wasn't in, I would have did it. Because I think it's important, man. People like Pac don't come around. You can't even name 5 artists that will stand up and say anything about what's going on right now with our youth, with these cops killing kids and all of this stuff. Nobody even gonna say nothing, mention it in the music. So at the end of the day, Pac is somebody that wouldn't even, that's not even a question. You know he would have just jumped and been in the front of anything. So artists like that ain't, they don't make them, they don't come around a lot. So it's important that we support anything from those brothers.
Yeah, he definitely was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
To a lot of the music. So, but he is one of the dopest artists out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or in the past tense of the artist for me.
Still to this day to me, man.
So let's jump right in. Let's talk about this stint on Power you had.
Power. Yeah.
Now, you played Brains.
Yeah.
You were a thugged out dude in there. Trying to get this bread.
Absolutely.
So there was a situation. Before we go into the thing, I guess there was a whole big shakeup in the whole game about 50 being the person who leaked, and that's why he wanted to leave stars and all of that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts around that? Because for me personally, I love Power, so I wouldn't watch it on the YouTubes and all that.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't even touching that. I wanted to see it as it came. Michael Rainey's a good friend of mine.
Absolutely.
Shout outs to Michael Rainey. He plays Tariq on the show. What are your thoughts around the whole leak thing?
I think that I'm a big fan of Power as well. Like even before I got on the show, I was like, "They Power call me?" Like, "Oh, it's on," So I'm a big fan. So. I think that I didn't watch none of that either. I didn't watch. I seen all of the little, even though I knew what was gonna happen anyway. But I didn't watch any of that. But I think 50 is. I don't know if that's true or not. Like I don't know if he said that I did it or I'm the one that or whatever. But I think that if he did or if he didn't, either way it goes, he's a smart dude, man. He mastered the art of marketing. So. The fact that we're talking about it right now lets you know that if he did, it worked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So either way it go, it's better for the show. Whether he did it or not, it caused controversy. Everybody's still running to see it even more now. So because they like, "Oh, I heard Raina got shot," and everybody running to see that now. And either way it goes, man, the show is a dope show, and that's a dope marketing scheme if he ever did that. But Stars, they signed a deal with Stars. He signed something.
It's a new deal, right?
Yeah, new deal, like 2.
Because that was the controversy too. They were only, I think he initially had 12 episodes, and then for some reason this past season he was only gonna get 10.
10. They tried to shorten it up.
He was tight, and he had to chop. I guess they had to chop away at certain parts and stuff like that. I mean, I don't understand. It's one of the biggest shows on the network. He's one of the biggest hip hop icons in the game. You know,
Yeah,
he's up
yeah.
there. So I don't understand why stars would chop away. You
Yeah.
know, they do have many other shows, and I've watched them. But come on, man, like it's
touching,
2 episodes.
I was about to
what
say,
I mean?
and are they touching power like that?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not in that world. I don't
Yeah.
know. I enjoy a lot of their other shows,
Mhm.
but out of respect for a black man doing his thing,
Yeah.
you know, with the sister that also navigates that, because we always
Yeah,
forget
Courtney
about
Kemp.
her.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Courtney, you know,
Brilliant.
she does phenomenal work.
Yeah.
You know, we can never forget about that. You know, she's doing great work.
Mm-hmm.
They should have just gave him the 12. Like, yo, I don't understand the whole thing, but you know, I don't even want to dwell on that too much. It's just, to me, it was stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that makes you think, like, is it racially motivated that they would do something like that? But then again, why even pick it up? You know what I mean?
If
Like,
they were
who makes
racially
that
motivated,
decision? Like, yo,
yeah.
I'm gonna cut 2 episodes from
I think
50's
that
joint. You know
it
what I
could,
mean?
you know, who knows? It could be somebody a show that had higher ratings could want an extra couple minutes on their show. You know, we don't know what.
And that's what I'm saying.
cause was
I'm
of
not that familiar with none of that
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
I don't really know.
It gets
just,
crazy, but you know,
But
played
I want
games
you to
on
do
it.
something for me because
Yeah.
you know, we were at the Power pre-party to the release. We replayed the episode. We had a lot of cast members. We had Destiny in there. So she was on there, and she's also, you know, she's doing big things too.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, she's moving.
But you have a unique thing. We talked about it in the party, but I kind of want to reintroduce the question. I had asked you at the party, was there any funny thing that happened between you and 50? Because he's also your mentor, you said. Like,
Yeah,
you look
yeah,
at him as a mentor.
yeah.
But there was a funny thing in a van story that you told me.
Yeah.
So talk to the people about that.
Yeah, well, before that, I kind of like, one of his songs, I kind of like did him. And
So you impersonated him?
Yeah, I kind of impersonated
And y'all were
him.
together?
Yeah, we was in the van. So we had like, probably like 30 minutes, we just sitting in the van waiting for them to realign cameras and do all of this stuff. And I was just sitting in the van and I just did him, you know. And not only that, before that, I showed him something. I'm a writer as well, and I showed him something I wrote. And I asked him about the idea, what he thought, and you know, he was like, "Well, you know, it's good for the marketing. You know, I think the marketing plan is good. I think you should, you know." So like I'll be killing
So
him now.
you impersonated him in the van?
Yeah,
What did he say?
he started laughing.
laughing?
He started doing the song with me. Both started rapping the song. I was like, he was a fool for that one, boy. We both started rapping, laughing.
So
and stuff.
in your opinion, 50's an all around.
Yeah, man, he's all around. He's a cool
Even on
dude,
set,
man.
like he's not like, you know, for me, I change up when I'm doing certain things. So if I'm doing something, so like I'm focused. And then other times I'm cool, you know that. So, but with him, is it all jokes all day, or is it like?
You know what? I think he's actually stepping into mastering his craft, this craft. You know, so it's almost like when you're watching him, it's almost like a kid that got a new bike. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, this is new. You know, the wheels, and you checking the wheels out, you messing with the inner tubes, everything is new. And that's how he is with you know, with the film now. Like, he's really into it. You could tell it's a passion probably that it's undiscovered, that he just found it, and it's like he loves to do it. You could see that. So he's a good dude, man. He's a good dude, and he's real focused. And on the set, he's got a lot of jokes. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely got a lot of jokes. But when it's time to do it, he's on point. And he's not a dude that try to act like he knows everything. And when it comes to film, he still knows that he's learning. So he might be like, you know, hey, you like that? You think we should do that?
So he's actually the first other actor.
Yeah, he would do that. He would do that. He's dope.
Because on an exterior, 50 comes across as a very arrogant type.
Yeah,
dude.
of course.
Like Mr. Know-It-All and all that.
Of course.
And I think that drives people away. But I think that drives them closer to him, you know. So, I mean, I've never had the pleasure of really, like, I met him on a, what's up? He's like, what's up? And he was, you know.
Yeah.
And he was cool. He wasn't like, yo, you know.
Like, I'm
he was
50.
cool.
Like,
Yeah, like, I'm 50. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But he just strikes me as that overall. So, this is an interesting transition that you're making.
Right.
So, based on the history between him and Irv.
Yes.
But you are an actor, and
Yeah.
as an actor, you know, you can't take sides on anything like that. And I'm pretty sure that he understands that. So you're actually involved in the upcoming, how soon
Release.
It's released,
Yeah,
right?
it's released now.
Yeah, you know, see, and I haven't got a chance to see it. I need to look at it. I've just been so busy.
It's dope.
But the streets is talking. Tell us about Tales.
Man, Tales is...
And how did you, first of all, how did you get on it? Because I would think that Irv, because they officially, like, it's not play, like, you know, people do stuff for marketing, but that team just do not click, and that's real.
Yeah, they actually.
So
got
you would
real
think
problems.
that Irv would take a position like, yo, I'm not touching this kid because he been rocking over there.
Right.
So what was did you have to meet Irv? Like, how did this all come that you wound up on Tales?
No, I actually went and read for the part with a casting director, and she told them that, you know, there's nobody else for this role. Like, this is the guy. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, you know, I came in, did a table read with them. You know, everybody came around the table, the whole cast that they had, and they was like, yo, this is it. You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, we had a few other reads. We sat together, read. They brought in Lance Gross, brought in Lance and a couple other people, and we all gelled, everything gelled, and that was it. It was like, this is the cast, you know. So I was aware, you know, of course, my ear is definitely to the street, so I'm aware that, yeah, I just came off of Power, this is a Irv Gotti project. But I'm also, you know, I was
Did you have to go tell 50?
Nah, I didn't. I'm like,
yo,
yeah.
He see it when he see it, baby.
Right, like, I'm working, baby. Like, this ain't, you know. But I mean, if it was on he's a professional. See what I'm saying? So it ain't, you know, he has, they both have their problems, but both of these guys are professionals, and neither one of them is like, JERMEL, you're on my team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on the Power team. Like, I'm associated with Power because I was an actor in the show, but I'm not G-Unit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a different story. Then it would be no, you know, I'm a loyal dude. You know what I'm saying?
But the check need to be bigger.
Absolutely.
50,
so yeah, bring me in. But yeah, but nobody approached me like that. So everybody is pretty professional. So they know that we actors. It's another actor actually that was played 50's son. Remember he killed his son?
Yeah, I met him at the. It's crazy. I have so many relations with people. My man, his name is Seif Man. He's the director for the breaks. And I knew when that movie came out, I told Seif, I said, this is going to be a series. He's like, I don't know. Hits me. Says, yo, I need you to come to the premiere in New York because you gave birth to the idea
of the show. That's dope.
So, you know, and he played in that movie too. He plays 50, well, the kid that played 50, I forgot his name. It's a unique name. He's different in person. He had like sandals on. It was like over the summer. It was like, he was challenged. Like, he's a real LA. He's like an LA dude.
He's super LA.
You know, there was nothing. Even in the thing, I was amazed. Like, I just didn't say, I was like, this is 50 something, I guess, you know.
Yeah, they seen something, I guess. But he's in Tales too. He just did an episode with Lex. And it was dope. It was dope. But like, it's a couple people that, and you know, we working actors. We not really looking at, oh, what's your personal beef with this director? But you know, we just working.
Here's where the check is.
That's it. We working. Yeah. We working. I got a family and mouths just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So unless it's got something to do with being loyal because I am a part of a team, then that's different. My loyalty and my integrity means a lot to me. So
that's what's up.
You know, that would stand definitely. But Tales is it's a dope show. It's a concept that I've never seen. So I imagine it going a long way. You know, having the songs in the songs in film, like back in the days how, you know, Busta Rhymes put your hands on my eyes to see when he was doing Coming to America.
Another Long Island dude, right?
Absolutely. Shout out to Boss Our Boss. What's good? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy JERMEL Howard. I play Ty, a.k.a. Tyrone. Ty is a dude, man, that he getting that money, and he working with Slim. He's like Slim right hand. Right now, we missing some money.
I don't want to hear none of that!
And he's like, yo, listen, I know y'all little young boys and all that messing up, but where's that 21K that we missing? Which I gotta watch to see who got the money. That's giving the story away, and we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? about pitching for its own show because Trap Queens was probably one of the best. Like it stuck to a lot of people. So, you know,
Might be another check there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause I don't die in that one. You know what I'm saying? I'm still alive in that one, baby.
They keeping you alive.
Yeah,
so,
man.
So what is up? So I hope that's a health drink. I'm just saying,
it's
you know,
got fruits in it. I'm just saying fruits and all that.
So, you know, I am not interested in this next question,
Okay.
but, you know, I constantly get emails, I'm getting hit on the gram, like, you need to ask him, So, for all of our females out there, what is the life like relationship status? How we looking? And once again, I am going on record. I am not asking for myself. It is for the female community. I want to be very clear on that.
Female community, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'm single and, you know, I'm in a position where my career is everything, and I know that. You know, that's my everyday, it's my everything. Of course, I'm a human being at the same time, so I'm just gonna leave that out in the universe. You know what I'm saying?
So his pimp game is in play, ladies. That's what he's telling
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know.
So let me ask you, out of all these cast members, who would you hang out with? So if you had a choice between the power cast and this new cast, pick one person out of each that you think you would hang out with and bring them together. Like say, yo, you come hang out with me, I hang out with you, and we all gonna hang out. Like who, you know what I mean? Who did you gel with? And put them together and just kind of play that.
To be honest, like all right, a couple of them were not even like actors or producers, and they like behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? That was a part. But I just finished shooting the Purge, Purge 4. I don't know if you was even.
The Purge, you in that too? Oh shit!
I wanted to spring that.
Yo, that's a real.
Yeah. So I'm one of the main characters, the cast in the Purge 4 coming. It's called the Island Experiment. So that'll be out soon. So.
Is that going to screen? Or
That's going to screen. It's going to screen. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So they got me, my boy Mo Cray. He's guy from Sons of Anarchy. And Saya. You know Saya raps. Yeah, Saya's in it.
Yeah, I spoke to Tank. I think she's still doing stuff with Tank, right?
Tank, yeah, she used to, yeah.
Shout out to Saya.
Yep, shout out to my homie. Now, you ask, who did I gel with? Me and Saya. I filmed in Buffalo for a month. Me and Saya probably did everything together every day. Like, all kind of, you know, casinos and hitting, you know, everything. We did parties, so Saya is probably,
Saya look like, Saya look like someone I could run around with, like, yo, what's good?
Man,
Where we go?
Saya cool as hell. That's my dog. Shout out. We shot a video in between in our downtime, one of her songs, and I played like a psychotherapist, you know, and she was talking to me, and I'm on the couch and all of that. So you go to her videos, you see I'm playing like her, you know, dude.
So any musical thing that might work out with you? See, because on the low, JERMEL does music.
Yeah,
and we're gonna edit this, but we didn't get together. Who were the other cast members on the other side of the new? Aside from because she was in she's in this. No, Saya was in
Saya was in Deuce.
With Deuce.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's one. Okay, and anybody else that you thought you would have? I did ask.
Yeah. I mean that whole cast. That whole Purge.
All right, I'm not gonna put you in. I'm not.
I don't want to. I know where you're going.
I'm gonna leave it.
I know where you're going, but.
So this last question, because you do music, a lot of people don't realize you do music, and I know that you've been very focused on your acting careers, which is probably why. But you did send me some stuff one time, and I thought it was pretty dope, and it was old, and it was still interesting.
Absolutely.
So, anything with Sai you think might come in the future? Yeah,
definitely. I'll be in LA probably after the holidays, and we probably bang a joint or two out. Okay. I'm looking to probably put a single or two out. You know, just out there at the same time and have that lingering for that when this Purge movie drop around the same time. I might get something on the soundtrack. You know, so that's what it's looking like.
That's what it is. All right, listen, man. Powers Industry, home of new music and entertainment. I'm here with JERMEL Howard. Just let them know the hashtags and all that stuff where they can get in contact with you.
Definitely. You can find me JERMEL HOWARD, Jamel Howard. That's on anything, Instagram. What's the other stuff? Snapchat. Facebook is actor Jamel Howard. Don't go to the regular Jamel Howard. That's for family and cousins and uncles and stuff like that. But everything like that, you just pull me up on the IMDb. It's Jamel Howard, JERMEL Howard, HOWARD.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Powers Industry, you know what it is.
Yes, sir.
We had Destiny in there.
Yeah.
Andrea, Parker, Rachel. No, is it Andrea? She's gonna kill me. I'm not gonna edit this.
Edit!
Andrea, and I just had her here like a few weeks ago. Andrea, well, I'm just gonna say Andrea because it's Andrea Rachel Parker.
Rachel Parker.
She's West Indian, so she gets real tight.
Yeah.
Like, hold on.
Hold on, wait now, yeah, wait.
My name. You know I love you though.